Tayraygun's Legos, bricks and toys.
All right, toy fans and brick building fans. So this is one of those I was holding off. I was like, I don't really want to talk about it. It was kind of a sad point for me, but I was like, you know what? We do need to review it. We need to talk about the good, the bad. There's some good things, there's some bad things. I'm actually willing to give Luxeblocks another chance. I mean, they got art sets. And apparently there's an Escher set as well. I really, some of the sets, if I was to display them in the classroom, they'd have to be glued. But, there's some good things. And there's some things we do need to take note of. Now, the box is kind of a standard box. It's weird because it has the Luxeblocks on the side. We get, Legalese, Luxeblocks over here. On the back, there's really nothing on here per se, but this actually has a giant sticker. And you can tell it's a sticker because it's peeling up, but there's a giant sticker for DWA 017 Mona Lisa's Timeless Art, Brick by Brick. Welcome to the Build Inspiring a World of Beauty Meditation, one brick at a time. There's even stuff on the inside, which I thought was kind of interesting. But it's really like one of those where it could be a display box. You could put it behind it, but with the way that this is set up, it's not necessarily the best. The box is quality though, so if you want to pack it away to pack your item in there, you could definitely do that. I will put our build right here, and we'll look at our booklet. Now the booklet is pretty beat up. It's kind of thin paper. For the most part, they kind of go step per step, but there's a few areas where some of the build techniques are a little odd. Now they don't do a lot of like rotating to the side or showing over the top. It's a lot of black on black with very, very thin white lines. So some of that becomes kind of difficult to look at to figure out, okay, where is the stud going? Where is the part going? And they don't do a lot of guidelines. So lines that show you like where one thing lines up with the other. You get it every once in a while, like right in here, you get it where you get a very thin line there, but it is very small. It is very hard to follow. Honestly, 16 up for this is what I would put it at. Now, it does break one of my rules, and the rule being this. It is one sticker that goes over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different tiles. Instead of getting one giant tile or two tiles, like this is technically, it would be 5 studs by 7 studs. So maybe we could have got I don't know. At this point, it's kind of like maybe a 4x4, and then maybe I don't know. It's like I want this to be less, but when you think about it in the long run, it's kind of hard to come up with a 7x5 tile. They could have reduced it or made it bigger. Bigger probably would have been fine as well, but this is what we got. It's okay. For me, though, I will end up cutting those apart because I don't like stickers going over multiple areas. It's a very big pet peeve. Other areas, clutch power, especially here and here, this tends to fall off a lot. So if you're going to put this out on display, the clutch on these areas here are a little light. I would definitely say, I would probably say that you're going to want to glue that. Also, this doesn't sit down in the tray all the way. And I believe it's supposed to sit kind of like this, but that makes it feel very, very, very unsteady. Though, I mean, should technically display like this. Now, the box shows us with this floating up above. And you could, in theory, take this and plug it in right here into these anti-studs. It's going to stay. It's got pretty decent clutch. That part's okay. But again, there's a few structural issues that make this rather fragile. Now, let's get into Mona Lisa. Okay, I like the fact that we have a model. I like the idea of what we're getting here. I think it's kind of cool. Problems that I have, and this is a key characteristic, there are problems in the build portion of how we do the very bottom and how we do some of the back portion of this that makes some of this unstable. Now, these sides originally wouldn't go on. If you see, there's a little bit of a gap there. This is supposed to line up, but because the way it's built, I had to drop it down. I don't necessarily like that gap, but if you turn it at a certain angle, you don't see it, that's okay. But I will say that there are some build pieces and parts in here that the way that they put things together, there's one move that would not allow the plate to sync up at all. If you're wanting to see what I did, I'd probably go back and watch my live feed of that towards the end. When I start crashing out, that'd be the area where I change this up. Basically, I had to turn a few things around, turn them in different angles, and put them in order to get this to actually line up correctly, because it wouldn't do it on its own. With that also being said, the arms themselves hold pretty good. The head, however, does not. She has a weak point right here that allows this part of the head and these parts of the hair to break off. Some of this also had to be rebuilt in order to make this a little bit more solid and to have it hold on. The back also doesn't want to hold on very well either. So that's just something to keep in mind. This, again, it's easily fixable in that you could take this, you could glue it down if you want it to be a kind of standard model, but there are a few weak points in this that make it a little frustrating as far as the build itself. Now, all in all, for the price that we're paying for this, it's not bad. I think this was like around maybe $16. It's pretty cheap. Luxeblocks is new. I haven't really seen or heard a lot about them, and they seem to be focused right now on art sets. Okay, I would definitely say it's worth checking out, but it's definitely one of those things that if you're putting it together, you kind of want to be a little bit more of an experienced builder. Just on the line set, there's some techniques that are not going to work out for those who can't think of that creative way to turn something a different way in order to get the pieces to fit. And that just, I'm an experienced builder when it comes to that portion. So for me, it was frustrating even on my end. I could imagine someone who doesn't have that, ability to move things and turn things and kind of figure it out. It's going to be frustrating to them. It's one of those, I see some people starting to build this, abandoning it, or having to stop and come back over days' time to figure out how to get plates to fit correctly. And that's not a good look. All in all, though, for the price we're getting, decent parts, instructions, that's where we're having a little bit of the problem. Okay? Listen, I'm hoping that this video helps you become a better brick builder and buyer itself. Hoping if you come across this, it helps you decide on whether you want to get this or not. I'll have the link down in my show notes. So if you do want to pick it up, try it out. It's there. Every little bit of sale helps out so much. I get a small commission. Those commissions add up over time. And it's going to help me get another set down the road to review to figure out, hey, is this set worth it or not? And that's kind of my point here. And I'm hoping that this really does help. If you're liking what I'm making and you haven't subscribed, be sure to subscribe. Hit that bell for notifications. You'll be alerted if anything comes from me to you. Comment down below. Would you get this set? Would you not? Do you think that maybe you should have gone a different way with the Mona Lisa? I'd like to hear your opinion, especially your opinion. Stickers over multiple plates or parts. Like it? Not? Me personally, I don't. But I want to hear your opinion on it, right? I love chatting with you all. Be sure to like this. Helps YouTube know what you like and what I'm making. And, hit up the links down in my bio. That stuff really does help out the channel quite a bit. I thank you all so much for showing up today. I love you all. Jesus loves you more. There's nothing you can do about it. Good luck with the build and happy brick hunting.